Hello dear friend. Today, I want to share Bob Proctor's simple idea with you that can powerfully change your life. If you know what you want, you can have it. Once I accepted this idea, and acted on it in a certain way, it was the turning point in my life. You see, when I was 26, I earned $4,000 a year and was strapped with $6,000 of debt. As a high school dropout, I believed it was the best as I could do. But then I met a man who taught me that I could be, do, and have much more. And he gave me the tools to get results I had never dreamed were possible. My income quickly jumped to $175,000. In less than 5 years, I was earning more than $1 million a year. The important thing here is not that I became a millionaire. It's that I followed a system to change my life. In other words, my life transformation wasn't a fluke. It was a science. And I was so taken by what I had learned that I studied and practiced it for years until it became part of my DNA. Getting what you want doesn't have to be a mystery. Getting what you want doesn't have to be any more mysterious or uncertain than using a computer to balance a budget. Enter the correct numbers and you get a perfect result. Of course, to do this you have to understand how to use the computer's programming in the right way. Alvin Toffler once said, "The illiterate of the 21st century will not be those people who cannot read and write but those who cannot learn, unlearn and relearn." His words are so true. If I hadn't learned a new way of doing things, I would still be a penniless, unwell, and despondent man because I would have continued to do what I had always done. Here's how it works. If you want to change your current conditions, it's important that you understand how the mind really works. Then, instead of being stuck in old, unproductive patterns, you'll be able to joyfully and easily shape your destiny. Here are the 3 basic steps. 1. Your conscious mind chooses thoughts and turns them into pictures. 2. Your conscious mind then turns the pictures over to the subconscious mind. 3. Your subconscious mind, which can't distinguish between real and imaginary, expresses the actions and results that align perfectly with the picture you provided. Scientists estimate that only about 3% of our processing powers come from the conscious mind. The rest of it comes from your paradigm, a multitude of ideas, beliefs, and habits that have been planted in your subconscious mind over and over again. So, consciously you might be thinking something new, but subconsciously your paradigm, old set of ideas, is controlling your results. For instance, you might say, "I want to turn my annual income into my monthly income." But your paradigm, based on the subconscious mind's previous programming, dictates the amount of work you do and your effectiveness. It even controls the amount of money you earn. The key to making the seemingly impossible, possible. I know it sounds like, with its incredible power, the subconscious is the boss. But, the truth is you are meant to be the boss. And there is a proven way to manage this powerful asset and get it on board in order to make real and lasting change in your life. If you think of your mind as a computer, you realize that your subconscious mind always takes the programming you give it and runs with it. So, as the CEO of your life, it's your job to make sure that its programming is in perfect alignment with your goals. Here's where Alvin Toffler's wise words kick in. You get what you want by 1. Learning. Consciously choosing the right programming. 2. Unlearning. Debugging or replacing the paradigms in your subconscious mind. 3. Relearning. Reprogramming your subconscious mind with paradigms that support the new idea. When you do that, you get the results you want like clockwork. It works for everyone, 100% of the time. I've used this system ever since I was a broken 26-year-old. Now, some 54 years later, and I still use this science to make my dreams come true. But, you don't have to be down and out for this science to transform your life. It also works for people who are riding high. For example, my partner, Sandy Gallagher, used to run a tremendously successful law practice. In 2006, she started learning the science I teach, and she finally understood why she had been so successful all of her life. Without realizing it, she had spent her life practicing the very principles I espoused, and exemplifying their power. Right then, she knew her next mission in life was to join forces with me, even though we had never met, to teach others how to do what she had done. 3 short years later, after running a law practice for 22 years, Sandy closed its doors to help me run my 19-company enterprise, an entirely new field for her. Now, together we run the Proctor Gallagher Institute, where we are all about showing people the science of changing their paradigms so they can get what they want. While Sandy's story is amazing, it is also predictable. Why? Because she decided what she wanted and then she applied the principles to get it. Follow the process and obtain all the things that you desire. You absolutely can make your dreams come true, too. And, based on our experience and the experience of many others, if you are willing to learn, unlearn, and relearn, you will. If you accept this concept, it will be your turning point. Just as it was for me, Sandy, and countless others. As you use this process and start accomplishing your goals, many worthwhile desires will come up. One will be to help others as you have been helped. I can't think of a greater reward.